let's transfer them. So that there's peace in those schools. As chair, we will continue to lobby. When I was here, I wrote a very hot message to Commissioner Public Service. I'm waiting for feedback. Our problem, we are being messed by government of Uganda. Parliament messed us. We budgeted very, very well from some counties. We said we needed recruitment. We would not hear stories of understaffing in schools. We budgeted very well and the monies all came. 100% for recruitment. Now from nowhere, people just decided to increase salaries for science teachers, which is not even favoring our primary schools. And now the money that was budgeted for recruitment is now being used for paying salaries. And the government is not doing anything. And I think I've written to him, we have a big problem. Let's wait to hear what is going to happen. I've sent cow, it's on record, I've sent cow 5 times to Kampala to get clearance from Commissioner of Public Service to allow us to recruit. We don't have substantive DEO. We don't. And therefore, how do you expect the DEO to be serious? He's acting. How do you expect him to be serious? Everything that he will be doing is with the mindset of acting. And this is the outcome. We don't have DSO, we don't have district agriculture officer, we don't have district engineer, we don't have all these people in substantive positions. We do not have. Who is the problem? So I think I'm taking that up with the government seriously. Please trust me, I'm going to do that. We need people to be recruited in those critical positions so that people take their roles seriously. And therefore, please, I'm aware most of our head teachers are active. They are not substantive. I think there are only 5 teachers who are active, who are substantive. The rest, 40? Out of 49, 44 are? 9 substantive you can hear. Some are retiring. And the government is paying deaf ears to us. I think the only thing, I have said it time and again, I need to lead the executives to Kampala. We need small demonstration in the city. Because this is very, very bad. 49 schools, 9 are substantive. How many are substantive? Only 39. 9 are substantive and acting are 49. 40 are acting. And therefore, Action 8, when you are bringing us here integrity promotion forum, you also do integrity promotion forums with it, with the ministry. Because now you are making us to sit here, our battles are paining for no good reason. It's not the mistake of these people. It's the problem of government of Uganda. We budgeted very well, they messed us up, and now this is why we are here. Only 9. 40 are acting. And therefore, members, let's not give up. He who is trusted with the little will always be trusted with the bigger one. If you are in acting positions, this is a reason good enough for you to work harder and harder if you are a head teacher, so that you get promotion. But now you are in acting position, you are not even making any extra efforts. Then why should you be promoted as a substantive head teacher? Others are about to retire. So members, this thing is not good. Please discuss what is happening, who is not doing his work. When you hear me talking like that, I'm stimulating your mind to talk. Let's talk. Thank you very, very much. I say this for God and my family. My vice is here is going to take responsibility for everything that is transpiring here. Thank you. Okay. You'll be the one to close. I'm not closed.
Okay, thank you, Chair. We can release you.
Okay. Okay.
We are going to that. But I want to imagine, apart from that desk, if you mention the teacher release, do we repeat it ourselves? We are repeating. These people are going to get bored. And I know in our local government system, when it clicks one, everybody here is going to switch off. So I think if we know we are repeating, kindly we could leave this and then go in the discussions. Because each person is supposed to improve on what they saw in their schools. Chairman, I can tell you what I saw in the schools of Nigeria. And I want to give you that copy of that questionnaire. That there are a few things from that questionnaire that you will also pick and all the time monitor when you go to the schools, which I think are so kindly. Can we go in discussion? I think so, because we are repeating ourselves. Yes, Chair. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chair of the meeting. All protocols observed. I am John Bosco Lama, Chairman NC3 of the Sub-County Local Government. I want to begin by thanking the organizers of this meeting. And I want to say that these are issues that are not new to us. We have either refused to deliberately work on them, or we want now them to become part of us. I am in this office of Chairman NC3 for 7 years now. These are things we have been talking for the last 7 years. I want to kindly request all of us, the participants, that we should stop behaving like Lord Castlereagh, the former Secretary of State for Commonwealth Economic Development of England, who one time said that if Europe is unable to sit at a round table to resolve the world catastrophes, let each one be for himself and God should be for us. It is very unfortunate. What happened to him? At the end of it all, he committed suicide. Because that was the time Napoleon Bonaparte was given a lot of hard time to the whole world. We have forgotten as leaders that we are going through a global catastrophe. What I know is a global catastrophe will always be followed by issues that we are talking about. What does it entail? We have to be proactive. We must stop being reactionary. I want to thank His Excellency, the President of this country. He has thought it wise that certain government agencies must be merged so that we save some money. 68 of them have been merged. We are saving close to 1 trillion every year. We are going to begin saving close to 1 trillion every year. How I wish the Parliament of Uganda could be downsized. How I wish the Cabinet as well could be downsized. We will be able to save more money so that we address all these issues we are talking about. He's able telling us that that money being realized after merging government agencies will be used for enhancing salaries. If we don't stop making scapegoats of each other, we shall continue talking. At the end of the day, we shall die until when we have done nothing. Some of us are persistently making serious contributions to the development of this country, while others are grudgingly getting rich and richer every day at the expense of others. Why should we just be blaming one another? We are blaming teachers, sincerely. For me, I'm not saying that the teachers are not wrong. We are all wrong. Somebody was talking about stress. It is not only the teachers. A whole sub-county chief died because he had accumulated a lot of debts. At the end of it all, he met an accident. Why are we saying teachers only? These teachers we are seeing here, I don't know how much they earn, but according to what I know, the current economic situation, if you eat beans from January to January, you as an individual will spend not less than 5,000 shillings per day. If you're a married teacher, you are spending 10,000 in a day. Multiply that by 30 days. This teacher will be forced to go and make multiple borrowings. Why do we have to look for ways, rather, for areas where this teacher is not performing well? As leaders, I am thinking that we should go and sit down with our teachers. Let's use the best language to talk to the teachers. If we are going to keep harassing the teachers, they can mean to reserve their labor without us knowing. They can, yes, somebody was talking about presentism. That is the best thing they will be able to do. Let's use the best avenues, the best ways of talking to our teachers so that they are able to understand that public service is all about sacrifice. It's not all about money. I do not want to go as much. Otherwise, I just want to say that let us stop making scapegoats of one another, for God and my country.
Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Felix. I think I comment some of what is said here. It is true we talked about the infrastructure of how this could have been work was there. Chair, I've moved some of these schools. The money is that we are talking about. We see the facts. Someone goes through a procurement process. And when I visit these schools, actually, the money that work is 1 million, 1.2, 1.5. And this person must do a procurement process. This work must be done. How do you expect a work which must be here, doing very well? And 1.5 million? We need to be serious on these issues. At times we bring out the teachers and teachers in opposition. After most of this, I went to one of the schools, it's around 1.2 or 1.5 million. But you want a teacher to do his or her best. We must stop playing games here. But when you're talking about teachers, because we are coming from teacher. Next, the issue of transfers, which could be as a factor. I've seen teachers who have been there for the last 30 years in these schools. These teachers who are grown whatever, and is living there. You just see them living as devout drinkers. I don't know that these people, I don't know that the age factor hasn't taken him up, but they say, I'm in 55 every year. I'm in 40 every year. But you don't see performance. You must be very simple. Some of these teachers, I was told, whenever they are sick for the transfer, they go to your offices to block that. I don't know if it's true, but I'm meant to care that. The issue, the same issue with the doctor. When you go to Oleni Primary School, this is not gender. Let me say this. Why am I saying so? You see Our female teachers, when they sit, they've already sat. When they are going for labor, men are going for labor. Are we performing? I don't know. We revise the way that so that we have that kind of gender in our self-delivery. I'm not opposing it, but it's affecting our self-belief. Another thing which is affecting is underskill education. Because of being in acting positions, some of the teachers who say that they are the bone of the soil or the son of the soil, they tend to undermine some of these teachers, their teachers. I've moved this course. Some other teachers, the head teachers, who are trying to do much more better. So-called the son of the soil, they said, I'm here. Why are you not promoted to the acting position? When you're the son of the soil, they tend to disrupt very many government programs in our schools. Some of our head teachers are going through tough times with these people. When we say something, they always go opposing it over. Actually, Madam Cow, some of our teachers, they have become politicians. Leaving their work. We know some of them. Lastly, actually, our people, our learners, when I see government come with a clear but our parents, our guidance, have taken this side and defined that what? If I don't even pay 1,000 or 2,000, is there. Actually, some of my schools in Arua, people had even pay 1,000 as a PTA collection. But it's a person see him bring Arua. Failure to offer a classic material to the son or daughter. How do you expect a teacher to teach? And this person is ever going down. Lastly, to our leaders, whether you are from Logiri, Vora, Arivo, Jie, many of us who are here, well, leaders. Some of our sons and daughters are not in these schools. How do you go there? Some of our sons and daughters, we decide to take them to other schools, thinking that those schools can promote them. Let me put a note like that. Because they are the small. Now, who is there to be a role model to go there and pick a son or a daughter at that school? Are we? So if we put a vote here, when I add RDC, many of our sons and daughters are not in these schools there we're talking about. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Honorable, why don't I pick you after Buddha?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I have the following. The report here is true. I don't run away from it because I've never moved to these schools. At least in my sub-county, family, we moved to all these schools. Whether government, whether private, we moved to all these schools. I want to thank the inspector who is here. I don't know whether he's in the capacity of DEO or what, but this gentleman is working. All the schools you move, you get him doing something. I wish if I had the powers, I never become the DEO. That is where some of our problems are. That what is the deal. Unfortunately, where I come, point blank. Two, there were some issues to do with SMC and PTA. It clearly portrays to me that as leaders, some of us were not pleased in these schools. I think it is just a month when this school officially communicated that he preferred to be in SMC or PTA. 1 year down the road, whose mistake? Is it the SMC committee or it is who? It goes back to the district. I know most of us were not aware. But I know it was the mandate of the council to approve this list. Thank the DEO's office and how those appointments have been received. So you all expect either one meeting or not anything yet to that effect. So we pray we should address ourselves next time when we know things right. The issue of community supporting education, it is true. Most schools are relying on a UPE grant, which is not actually enough. I saw the issue of accommodation for teachers is a problem. That one can only be addressed when PDF is collected. And there's a lot of mismanagement of PDF in these schools. It is now upon the school management, the PTA committee, and all of us to ensure that we go and sensitize our committee members to pay PDF, so that some of these issues can be addressed. Otherwise, I know the UP may even drop because we are seeing government funds keep on dropping to us. We need a lot of effort to sensitize in the community. There was issue to do with the refurbishment money. Madam Cow, that money is too small. I don't know whether the school had to receive even 5 million. But this money was subjected to the procurement process. You will now realize 1 million will be the only money left, because now the person you're giving the contract to must also get profit. That money may only fix a door or work on something small. But surprisingly, when you look to the schools, not even half of the schools are spending money. Here are also not right. Why? The process seems to be too much corrupted. It will come back to the head teacher, which is actually not true. We need an intervention there. I want to, this one was not captured here. There's this program called nutrition program in these schools. My understanding is that the essence is to see that maybe pupils can eat from school. But I want to point out that is now the most corrupt program we have in the district. I don't know whether any district leader has come across that. That program, trust me, if this transfer does not come timely, you could get receipts of the teachers. They are not even the one eating the money. There are some people called facilitators or what. A lot of money is happening there. That project has no impact in these schools. I pray, I don't know when it is ending, but in my sub-county I'm not even asked questions in the program, because now I've answered the questions in PTA meetings and the rest. We fail to get a clear answer. Now, that is an area we need to, I'm aware it is in line with the production department. For us to have little inputs in that program. When RBC talked of loans, you have even gone too far to the teachers. Those of us who are seated here, all have loans. Meaning, if you don't have jail, you will be safe. People are doing badly. there's a lot of issues coming to increase salaries of staff. Because the economy is hard, the little we are getting is not even now sustaining the families. So, teachers, if you get a chance to go to this school and attend a meeting, you will realize these conflicts here in the schools, they are basically on money. Teachers clicking on the head teacher, teachers clicking on the deputy, because PDF mostly deputy. UPA grant head teacher. Examination, those are the challenges you have in schools. And some of the teachers, they are not getting anything at the end of the month because all the money is chopped up for long. How do you expect this person to be motivated? And some of the PDF, they are used now to do what? To provide small facilitation to the teachers. Trust me, you will get a record of multiple deaths of teachers in some of these schools. 1 year, it was 2.6. These are deaths from PDF borrowed by teachers. Now, what do you expect? Do you expect houses to be there? No. I call upon all of us to ensure that we really do a lot to see that we can join hands to help the community. Otherwise, we may talk, but we need a lot of community sensitization. The crowd, the issue of transfers, I agree will work. Because as sub-country we have generated reports, I know sub-country chief will submit. There is a lot of, this one will some, Vora, this one will some, Terado, Maracha, in these schools. We want police to see that these people are separated, and others are not teaching. They are not teaching. We pray that leaders should be eliminated. Otherwise, we know Vora and Mali used to be a place where they dump teachers. And that is why some of them are not performing. There I happen to be SMC chairperson from here. I changed 2 staffs. Because in the morning they are drunk. And unfortunately, they have decided to go home early. So, I'm not saying this will chase staffs away. But if you have become too stubborn, it is the children of ours who are suffering. Because the money will enter in your account, the children will pick nothing. Otherwise, in the district, we are doing badly when it comes to education. I pray it should not only be NGOs who can push us to these schools. I know it is within our mandate. Sub-county level, we are trying. Because this one, I think all the 4 sub-counties have been interacting with them. All these chairpersons have been meeting with these schools. Whether there's money, there's no money, we'll keep on moving. But when our reports come, please work on them. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we need to have a guide there. When you go to the schools, you know, when you move generally, you see presence. You see, but when you enter underneath, you start seeing a lot of things under the carpet. You may see a very nice carpet on top, but beneath it, we realize that there is a lot. Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Carol. My name is Sandini Gizi, DEO Councillor in San County, Secretary for Works, Technical Services and Security. I want to begin by appreciating and thanking and also praying for RDC Father Ham, our Vice Chairman, and our cow. Normally, I don't call her a cow, I call her cow because of the burden of whatever disease is taking. Your effort has made us to come here, and then the organizers actually aid. God bless you, and this teamwork should continue. Me, you, Deputy RDC, and the Air Cow and the LC5, we have been labeled as people who are failing Arua district by chasing RDC away. But I'm happy that I'm now celebrating with not chasing any RDC, it's not in the record. Transfers of RDCs are done by the office of the president, and he has taken effect. We now have full-fledged DEO RDC. We pledge total support to your office, and we shall work. Whoever comes to rob Arua district, we shall never tolerate. Those councillors, politicians who are click easy with the criminals and the corrupt people, we're not going to tolerate. I'm not only a mere politician, even you know. I'm not a mere politician. Talking to myself, I have only 2 people, and that's what has happened. I want to thank other cadres who joined us in the fight. That's where service goes wrong, and that's why I'm praying for you. Number 2, Aweka Primary School happens to be in Arua sub-county in my constituency. Why Aweka services are declining is because of the office of the DEO. My uncle, I'm talking here as a councillor, not like your uncle, don't curse me. Your office is quite aware that our head teacher for the last 7 or 8 even 10 years has been sick. And as I'm standing here, he has passed on.
Yeah. Yes.
I just learned from Headmaster Awalio this morning in this room.
Yes.
The head teacher has passed on. We are likely to bury him Wednesday or this week. In the social media, my phone is still charging. Now, which means the man died. Wednesday, yes. So I think chairperson teachers who make possible arrangements, we love our staff. That teacher was a very good teacher, by the way. It was just a health condition. You remember in Aweka Primary, we took a lead. We organized a small Uhuru Day by marching a teacher from Aweka out to Arua sub-county headquarters. Just because of mismanagement of Aweka Primary. Then from there, DEO did very good work by saying that teacher. Unfortunately, he was battled with a lot of illness. You are aware, your office is aware, but you take no action. So when people are failing, let us not rush to blame teachers. Let us not rush to harass teachers. Let's see also at this level where we have gone wrong. At the management level. Now, Aweka is just like that. The one who represented Aweka, you stand up. This young, I'm not insulting you, you know, my language is more political. The young small-bodied man here is another good intellectual. But there is another stupid war to confirm Vice Chairman's statement against him by the teachers. Because he's not the son of the soil. Somebody is now fighting him, even to the extent a teacher. During the COVID time, we refused to teach in Aweka until I have to go down and intervene. And we continue to pay salary to this teacher. I warned him personally, I said, my brother, you're my brother, yes. For me, mine is 5 years. And if you renew it or not renew it, I don't mind. But for you, you are supposed to work up to 60 years and then retire. But me who works only 5 years can cause you problem. You lose all the rest of your years. I say now the man has resumed the work. A very brilliant teacher. And I was losing a science teacher to upper school, to private school. And I'm getting that our prayer also passed him there. He was not paying the way he expected. So he's bad. So that was just a caretaker. Not even acting, but a caretaker for all these years. Let's really appreciate him and pray for him. I went to him, I got him more organized, and I was asked by one of the top politicians in the district how I should go and address the issue of Aweka. I put my head in the freeze, and then I did the issue. I think from that time, at least there are good things now happening. And I'm also happy that the structure of SMC has been changed. You are aware by policy, educational policy. All DEO councillors are the SMC chairperson of all schools in their constituencies. But because they cannot be there, they are demanded to give the room to appoint somebody, directly elected councillors. They appoint somebody to be in the SMC. So I have tried to put appointment letters. Any teacher who treats anybody to represent me without my notice, like one of the school did, DEO is not in regard that. Because I have my signature, you know it. I have my computer, I can get the papers. Where I am not that person is representing DEO in that meeting. And he's supposed to give me not quarterly but a monthly report. Like that man of another primary. He's no nonsense man. So that's how we work. Having a problem is the Arua district DEO's office. Chairperson, you take note. Good enough, you are my colleague. I trust your capacity, and we have always been in this together. This is the Enzaba Primary. Enzaba Primary, the issue of structure, we should not talk much about it. The first block was CAP. You know where the CAP was in Arua. Madam Sandra can tell you where the CAP was in Arua. Community Action Program, something. Yeah. That structure was under CAP. That one here is not, sir. Then from that time, DEO's office has failed to give SCG for that school until we fought for boys and girls vehicle and trains. That's all the work we did. So the blame is again to them. I'm talking, Vice Chairman, you are here. You report exactly what study is talking to LC5 and what it has worked. So some county these days have very little resources. I think LC3 can talk about supplying few number of desks, few maybe instances of latrine, and so on. But cannot put in 5 classroom block. So the problem is in our office when we are paid. Now good enough we are in mass conference. What plan do we have as the education department for the primary school? Is that the problem with the teachers? Let us see where we have failed. Then we also come and blame people. Only 2 blocks. Children are there. Kasmane is very big. The nearest school is another primary school, which is 3 or 4 kilometers. The nearest northern part of it is the Ochoko Primary School, which is about 6 kilometers. Then the nearest on the western side is Okazara Primary School, which is about 10 kilometers. Where do you expect children to go? Where do I expect children to go as a DLC who is in charge of this school? Who is the SMC of this school? Something be done. This is a massive conference. I always talk with the commanders, I think it is captured. On the issue of poverty being signed by Elizabeth is the same in me. People borrowing will continue. So long as I find out that this one goes to you. So long as your government and my government, which I'm putting on any other hand, does not improve on the livelihood, the status of the teachers, things will not change. People will go to borrow. Because one, these teachers are parents, they want to educate their children. These teachers also, they want to upgrade themselves because you have put a policy that all teachers should now be degree holders. Now they are running for schools, they need money. That time we were with the car trying to see how we can help teachers. Others want to go for 4 years science course. Now we are trying to see how do we bail you out to go 4 or 5 years course. When maybe you get your sponsor or scholarship, then you leave your position, your occupy position, and you don't really think. So teachers, when you want to upgrade yourself, you let us know in a very good way. So to me, borrowing is normal, but also we needed financial education for teachers. I am sorry, we all come out of the hand of teachers, but there are certain specific life skills teachers are lacking. Generally, I love them because my background is a teacher. I'm a soldier, I'm a teacher, I'm a social scientist. I know what it means to be a teacher. A very committed teacher has no time to do business. I think my acronym can get that one. A normal committed teacher has no time for business. Even no time for gathering. This is what happened because the situation is very appalling. Now, my recommendation is, let central government only talk about the secondary science teachers, let also focus that the background of these science teachers is from primary, in fact from nursery, from pre-primary to primary, then to post-primary, then institutions and universities. What is our take as NRM government about our primary teachers? Nobody is talking about them. And I found out that this is the final part of it is, Carl will also adduce to this. When you are a classroom teacher, you have degree paper here in your hand, you will still get U7. Am I lying? So what is the reason for me to upgrade myself when a grade 3 teacher is earning with me as a degree holder? Else, you are a classroom teacher, the head teacher is a grade 5 teacher. It is happening. You are a degree holder or master's, but you are in classroom, you are earning U7. So restructuring of teachers at the national level needed to be done. Curriculum being discussed by the central government depends upon teachers. It's affecting them psychologically, socially, and as far as work performance is concerned. Life example is now. Mama Janet, the Minister for Education and Sports, has directed schools should close on the 25th of November instead of 9th of December. 2 weeks down the road because Corona in Kasana, Mobende, and Mokono around Kambara. Ebola. Because of Ebola. And I've been touching with the people who are doing this lockdown there. Ebola has come down. 3 people died latest. People failed to bury them. Health workers failed to turn up. Now dogs started chopping the body. Now it is also spreading and worsening the situation in Kasana. The major who is command that one is a brother to me is from Mare. And was from Arua Primary School. So I've had you try to see these national issues which is also affecting our services. Has this Arua district of our counties, have you prepared what we call Arua district end of the year examination properly to assess our children to go to the next class, then you close by 25th? Then have you organized Arua sub-county examination kind of board? Is it functional? Those are the areas. But you have indicated by 25th, all schools are closed until February 6th. Official calendar has come out, I found it. So please, epidemics will always continue to come, but ministry should consult widely. And then on the issue of Arua Primary, it is Arua standard, because I talk with the elders. That young man is a graduate. He's my schoolmate. He's a very intellectual academician. When I was taking him away from Arua Primary to Arua Primary School, it was war. Sectarianism, cliquism is from DEO's office. You sit down now. DEO's office is promoting Keregoism, is promoting Marachaism, is promoting Buraism. DEO's office. Of course, Aigoism. Me, I thought being a teacher or a head teacher, it is your academic paper which is taking you there, not your trade. Now, if it's not your academic, it is trial, which means I was to come and teach in Aigo. We create this opportunity not to segregate. We create this opportunity to give service closer to the people. Where is this will coming from? DEO's office. I will give you, if somebody argues with the child, I will give you evidences. Then you will be saved. That one must stop. In Arua sub-county, you are from Marata, you are from Arua. Now we have came to you, you are now in Arua. Know that you are a staff of Arua. This will be full stop. Regardless of what we need is your services and the brain. Your policy is getting to offer us services. Nothing but the academics. So in Arua Primary, DEO has maintained some special count. Take note on this. DEO has maintained special teachers in Arua to kill Arua Primary. This is home school, where I started my primary one and finish even my P7. For the last year now, 35 years, 30 years, 20 years. The list is about 15 years. They're teaching nothing but the gospel. Female teachers crowded in Arua Primary School are doing nothing. Insulting even the parents. Some of them were even my classmates. They were very dull as they are not insulting them. But this time now they are insulting parents. Now if you insult me as a parent who will not go to school, how will I evaluate education? I will remain education means to insult people. Because I know nothing. They are there just doing their businesses at Arua Training Center. They are the one talking against the candidate teacher. There is a teacher in Arua Primary School. I don't know whether it is ethical for a teacher to enter the classroom and they write that I'm going to wrestle or fight with the staff or the pupils. Then begin to fist fighting with your own child. Is that to be a teacher to me during our time? I thought being a teacher means you are a good parent, you are exemplary, you are supposed to be by example. When Madam Sarah talks all these things, what? Is that applicable to us? A teacher, you may think that is not in a but it happened. A teacher threatened a child, one child has left Arua Primary, went to Keren. Now as things has come back. Madam Sarah, I'll be very evident that teacher must be Arua Primary. My school is not a battleground. It's not okay a child, you don't stop. But why do you box a child? Why do you wrestle with a child? That's happening in Arua. But I am happy the teachers maintained the good performance. We as parents, I'm a parent in Arua Primary School, like LC has said. There are some parents who say their children are away. Child is not the time. My child completed it clearly this year. I have a child in primary 5. I have a child in primary 4. Those who finish, they go for secondary elsewhere. Yes. Others, I started paying school fees from Arua Secondary School. The one I pay school fees from Arua School is now in engineer. There is no one without you making it better. So, in Arua Primary, that exam teachers come first term, first Chandini. I will mobilize the parents to come and throw them and drive them to your office. Yeah, in fact, PTA meetings, they don't know DLCs. Maybe they don't exist this. Nobody has invited me in any of these schools for PTA meeting, but they expect me to know automatic. They just expect me to know automatic there is PTA meeting. But my representatives, I remove all of them because they have to give me what? Information. Because if you know now you're my representative in SMC, when there is PTA meeting which is SMC together with what? PTA, they are all parents. You now inform me that there is general annual PTA what? Meeting of Arua Primary School. Then if I don't go, I just apologize because of many settles. None of my people were doing this. I removed all of them, including that one who was very good in Arua Primary. His work was now to look for those young teachers also. I say I'm doing for you because my language is different. So that is what is happening. PTA meetings, all leaders get involved. Our representative make use, the teachers you make use of our representative. You tell it, Chinese representative that there is PTA meeting on such a day. SMC is more manageable. I can attend or not attend, but once for a while when I visit school, you just give me evidence like Arua Primary did. Where is the meeting minutes? Where is this? Where is this? Mr. Arua, you lead with the example. Don't change. Let Satan not tempt you. Many teachers in Arua, they were hating you simply because LC5 talks good of you. I talk good of you. Many stakeholders talk good of you. Continue. You go to, because other schools are not on the list, I'm not going to talk about them. If you go to Checo, you go to Paju, you go to Okazara. Okazara is dead. That time I found the grammar I told you. Have Okazara on the list. I took LC5 chairman in there for Brazil meeting. I got embarrassed. But in all whatever visa books, Chinese name is there. Only in primary school you are here. That latter was become a problem. I think I was the one who saw the moreover during the early days. So let us know our roles. The issue of I'm finalizing cow, sorry. Retired civil servants cow. What does the Public Service Standing Order say? You educate me. If it's an as a clock 60 years, has officially retired. What Why do you maintain him or her in schools? In one of the schools in Arua Primary, retired civil servants are the one chairing money meetings. I have evidence. Money meant for school, a retired civil servant is the one chairing the meeting. That meeting is recorded by the DEO's office. Now, how are you going to account for this money? That's nobody. Such a teacher must be held personally responsible for keeping retired civil servants in schools. I have retired, you are making me to chair a meeting of money, public money. Finally, salary arrears. This one goes to cow and the leader of government business. You are a victim, I'm also a victim. But for us, we talk on behalf of our people. Many teachers, including you and me, we are supposed to be the beneficiary of arrears. I receive information up to now, this arrear is not paid. We have filled every form with all civil servants. We don't know why Arua has failed to pay people's money. Some teachers stay over 9 months. Others are 7 months, 3 months, whichever month. Teachers cannot talk because if they talk, disciplinary action sound will go on. So I have to talk for them. When are you paying people's money? Small money, still you are keeping here in Arua. The money is here in Arua. Otherwise, I thank the people very much. I have allotted the time is not on my side. So let us not blame teachers. In other words, all people to take responsibility is to work together.
Thank you, Honorable. But I need to say this, that if you have areas, like if your areas are from July 2022 up to June 2023, you claim them within the financial year which Arua can pay. But if your areas pass a financial year, like if they are for 2021-22, which ended in June, you fill an arrears form. And now when you fill that form, it's not our mandate to pay the arrears of the previous financial years. Those ones will be sent to Ministry of Finance, which makes it very difficult. So I request you, when you miss a salary, when you notice it immediately, please how that you've missed salary. Have we had? Then we follow it immediately with human resource and we make sure that your name comes back on the payroll or you will get what you have not done. But if you keep quiet for a long time, and once it goes to the arrears form, we do not have control over it, it's Ministry of Health. So everybody here who has, I'm sure the ones who are delaying and the ones who filled the other form. It is hectic getting that money. I remember I filled one in 2020 and I got my money at the beginning of this year. So it takes a little bit long. Yes, Chief Vura.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Arua, and I want to make my submission in this important feedback in the following areas. If you look at our report, it outlined a number of gaps, which is very good for leaders like us, because leadership at any level is required to receive issues and problems which you analyze to generate solutions. Because all leaders have to provide solutions at their various levels. And this report mainly raised gaps in the structure. There are a number of structural issues where we have not fully assembled the structure of education. In 2019, I was in Service Commission. Actually, when COVID broke, we said I was very, very lucky because by that year, the education department was severely exposed. The structure was not actually there. When Mr. Achille Marindo retired, no DEO, no inspector, all this And we are aware career growth of teachers is actually structured and generational, meaning that teachers are supposed to enter service, and then a certain group is identified to go to management after 3 years, and then after that you move to deputy, you move to head teacher, and exit. So the moment the human resource planning does not recognize this at one point, you will have no people to promote, even if they have the qualification. Now we have teachers who have degrees, but they are still education assistants. You need 3 years to move to the next level of senior education assistant. Then if you have a master's, there is no miracle. Arua District Council took affirmative action to propose that those with the degrees be given assignment to actually fit in the law. But I think that was not implemented. It was the only option to address this gap. The Service Commissioner advertised to recruit head teachers more than 3 times. They would not attract. The few we got were from Yumbe, maybe Maracha or Koboko. Here, we don't have them. So this problem will continue, and the policies are running faster than actions now. So it is a big challenge. If you look at the Burasat County, the youngest teacher is 56 years old. So only one, and then the other 10 are left with 2 years to retire. So we should not blame those who are acting. And then there is serious staff management in various schools. Teachers have gone against head teachers. Actually, they have now overpowered the head teachers. And then there are issues of finances. Facing all schools. Based on these issues which featured in your report, I have the following recommendations. One, I would propose that there are other schools which are fair and the others which are very bad. So we should have targeted support supervision. Because the schools are many, if we can start with the bad ones, we'll be able to stabilize the solution and move. And then 2, I would encourage us to adopt what was being done in the municipality, Arua Municipal Council, where schools and PTA engaged support staffs in accounts for them to receive PDF and then help the schools to prepare the reports, and then they are the ones supervising them, and then the head teacher takes over and they manages the report. Arua Primary has over 100 million they collect, but they have accounts assistant, which PTA and the school employ. If we can have this, we will resolve conflicts between the head teacher, the teachers, and the parents, because there will be a specialist, somebody with accounts background, who will be able to report to receive all this and then present reports to SMC, to the different stakeholders, and we will move on without disturbing the head teacher. I also propose that we need to orient our head teachers on effective and efficient management. These teachers are good enough because of the course. Because if you went to a school and say, what are the tools of management you are using, Mr. Head Teacher? There is no timetable. Actually, one tool to administer the school without any conflict is put in a timetable, and then you just follow. Aid to this, we're supposed to have Mr. John for mathematics. He has not taught, and you just say, Mr. John, you didn't teach it. Is it true or lies? You would resolve yourself without any conflict. But this management aspect is not there with them. So we have to study, because the DEO's office is there, try to organize, identify the gaps, and then we support them. We can move case by case until they can do it by themselves. This will help us to end quarrels, because every time we are lamenting. And then I also request that when we have our monitoring reports, let us prepare them with issues against action centers. Because we have generalized everybody to be what? Part of the issues identified in the monitoring. Let us have the issue and the action center. Is it supposed to be the teacher? Is it supposed to be the counselor? Is it supposed to be sub-county chief? So that the next time we come back, we will now make follow-up. We had the issue of school dropout rate, which was supposed to be for council. Did you mobilize the communities? And then we will make follow-up. What actions did you implement to improve the situation? So the monitoring report should be more specific to identify the issue, to identify the action center, and then we will go back to implement it. But I think after here, we are going to attempt what we can, because we are not committed to specific issues here to address the issue. I thank you very much. We believe in improving the education situation here. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me keep Chief opening Bogova, then I'll come to you. Yes? I want to start being the very gender sensitive.
Yeah, thank you very much. One issue I want to comment on is the issue of parents supporting the education system in the Arua district. Especially in we have that big challenge of parents supporting the education system and also supporting their children. We took our time, I thank Inspector, we took our time with the German city, he joined us. We moved to a number of schools. We just realized that the support parents have for the schools is very limited in our district. As a parent, if you don't support your child, if you don't support the institution, how will the institution grow? This was vivid in our primary. We made the resolution that at least parents will support PDF by paying 5,000. In 2 terms only, the parents paid 15,000. And yet this PDF will support other activities in the school. That's a big challenge. And the school has 8 teachers only. 8. A whole school, 8 teachers. What miracle can they perform? So we have been seeing this. DEO's office, please take special interest in those schools so that we improve the staffing level. Another issue is also our reporting to COW and DEO's office. Please, once we report certain issues to the office, take action. I think the Honorable Tadil mentioned this. We normally submit reports, but actions are not taken. So the situation sometimes go out of hand. Especially in the witness. The school has been run down now because of issues which have happened. We are praying that the situation should be sorted come December so that we improve the management there. Then to the leadership of the schools, can we improve on maintenance of our facilities? Sometimes we don't need a lot of money to maintain facilities. In many of these schools, glass windows are all broken and it is under your watch. Why? Can't you really fix for some glasses in the school? As sub-counties we build VIP latrines. And then these are supposed to be going up. You go to this school. Once it is filled up, they close it. And then these are drainable pit latrines. Can't you get a vehicle here, at least to drain, instead of building latrines all here in, here out? We can improve on this so that we don't overburden. As it has been said, now sub-counties don't have capacity to do a lot of big infrastructure development. It may be impossible. Maybe PDM will do. But as we talk now, this money is not there. RBC has gone out. Political decisions also affect service delivery. Very much people talked about, Honorable Salim talked about it. This selective salary enhancement is not only teachers. Many of us are wounded because of this. we went to the same schools. Please, our political leaders should help us so that we are on the same scorecard. If we want issues to improve, service delivery to improve in schools. As we interact at higher level, whenever we see, let us put this to the decision makers at that level. For service delivery to be effective, there should be fairness and equity. We are not saying it should be equal, but we should be able to see some fairness in the decisions that political leaders take. We also need political integrity. Do we have it in a road district? Do we have it in Uganda? Thank you very much.
Thank you. That we need political integrity. Yes.
I observe the protocol. My name is Rambo, a teacher from Arua. Madam Chair and members, one of the demotivating factors of teachers and lay teachers is not getting salaries. I will not tell you, as I talk now, there are a handful of teachers and head teachers who are not accepting salary. One typical example is a young lady from Ochoko. This teacher teaches in the Arua Primary School. She receives the pay slip and
Teachers where?
she teaches in the Arua Primary. This teacher receives the pay slip and doesn't get a salary.
Also Fajr Primary.
There's
also one in Fajr.
We are still making a follow-up.
What is her name?
Positive.
I don't know.
Yes, there's one in Fajr, but Fajr is once the teacher is actually positive. This is
They
now
are giving the
sixth
teacher,
one.
the teacher. The chairman of the association here is not Tom Dickens. There are many. Anyway, I'm yet compiling. At any appropriate time, I'll reach your office. Secondly, the issue of transfers. Good enough our inspector of schools here. I'd like to request him. I know that's been repeated, but I'm going to say it in a different version. The transfers should be made early because according to experience, there has been a mess in transfers in the past. Sometimes even somebody will be transferred in March. You know, when this is transferred maybe in February or March, he or she will report to you as the teacher and says, I'm going to prepare. It may take 1 month. And this affects self delivery. Attached to this transfer, I would like to request that this transfer should be made free and fair. They are saying that blood is thicker than water. This is going to happen in this transfer. This is going to happen. Because it has never happened. That explains why the schools like Iwava and Yoruba are overwhelmed with female teachers. Some of you who work here in the district, you have your spouses, and you would like to take the river. You go to Yoruba, go to Ringri, and look at the number of female teachers vis-a-vis the male teachers. The fees begins to run from here. Let's be very fair. We are all human beings. Lastly, the issue of head teachers being in DEO's office or loitering towns. Madam Chair, Madam Cow, you know, staying in cities is expensive. For us, we're village men. Because even you are going to relate, you spend money. You are going to feed, you spend money. There's no officer from the village, from a one district, who would like to just go and expose you because we don't have money from Monday to Sunday. So there are conditions. At times we make appointments with responsible officers in the education department. So when you go there, and instead of attending to us, they do a different thing. And fulfillment of appointments causes those kind of.
That is lack of integrity.
Yes. It is there in your office, or a big office there. Very many times. Secondly, delegation. Delegation is a challenge there. Delegation is a big challenge. You find one responsible officer everywhere like MTN. He goes to attend a meeting in Gulu, he comes to sit in the office for one day, the next day he's somewhere, and this person doesn't want to give delegation to people who are around him. As if this one person is a district itself. There are people with whom you work. I think maybe there's something, one time sort of attachment to those travels. But it's too much. When you have time to sit in the office to do everything, that explains why there were some schools in the road district whose candidates' IDs were signed even after briefing. After briefing. And it was open announced that a candidate whose ID is not signed by a particular person should not sit period. And you're not there in the office. We go there, you're not there. Who do you blame? One person everywhere. Thank you so much. Let's admit.
Thank you very much. But I told you, I said an office is a system. I told you that when I was talking. That is why, by the way, I am chairing Mr. Kenya's meeting. Because I am his assistant. You get it? Yes, but you teachers, you head teachers, you have a problem. You hang with your bags there at DEO's veranda. When you ask, who do you want? I want the DEO. The DEO is specific. That is what keeps bringing you problems. Because the DEO is not an office, it's a person. Even those who come with appraisals, they are waiting for the DEO without knowing that there is a person here who is in charge of appraisals. There is a manager, by the way, in DEO's office there. There is someone who is not an inspector, but is recruited as senior education officer who handles managerial issues. There is him, but I see we do a lot of work with him. The people which pass through him, they come to me. But an office is a system. Do we all hear that? Yes. Please go to any officer in an office. We could be of help. You can look at me very small like this, but I can help you. And I know most teachers, you know these teachers are not easy, because my mother was a teacher. When they come and I'm not there, they sit under the tree. Now they say, we are waiting for hours. When I appear, because they know I'll help them as teachers and I'll help them humbly with respect. So they also take me for granted. Which is not nice. An office is a system. When my boss is not there, I am here. When I am not there, Simon is there. We are a system, okay? We can do all things. I saw a lady's hand there. Yes, Lillian, now you. Yes, let me start with you.
Okay, thank you so much. A few issues. Not blame game, but as we said earlier, we all have responsibility there.
What did you guys want to know you? First introduce yourself.
My name is Alexis Diana. I work with the civil society. The organization is called endowment of peace and development was like the second slide. As civil society, we also take part of the blame because we are always, we run where the money is. Right now the money is in the refugee settlements, and that's where all the CSOs have run. Partly because, unlike government, we don't have taxpayers that are telling our assets. We have to look for the money, and that's where all the money is, most of the money is going at the moment. But I think I need to encourage us as a civil society, let's not give all the attention to the refugee settlements and the host communities, and also calm down where there are no refugees hosted, because these are all our people, and they have to benefit from what the little that we have done to improve performance, to improve everything in these schools and health centers and other sub-centers. A recommendation for this multiple borrowing of teachers and head teachers and even other higher officers, even at the district, they do multiple borrowing and they are heading for themselves. Some even leave office for 1 month, running away from paying back their loans. So it is everywhere. I would recommend that let's do financial literacy, for especially the head teachers and at the district level. I know government employs all very good skills. The COWS office could identify one person to do this financial literacy and make it mandatory for all the teachers, head teachers. And then there should be material given to these head teachers to go and transfer the knowledge on the teachers. And this can be assessed during your monitoring, which I don't know whether it happens or not. From this report, I just knew that maybe for a long time there has not been monitoring. Sincerely, if there was monitoring given by the district, is it inspector of schools? Some of these things could really be corrected. They should not reach up to this level to discuss that even the content of the school is that sincere. In management, there is a saying that the administrator or the team leader is as weak as the weakest member in the team. Should I assume that the cow is as weak as that teacher who is not attending class, but rather prefers to stay in the garden? That is for us to all. So in that regard, I would recommend that the COWS office could make it mandatory to receive monitoring reports from the sub-county chiefs who are mandated to do this at the sub-county level in all their schools on a timely basis. And by doing that, the sub-county chiefs it will translate to them making the inspectors of schools to also monitor and give them reports which they can then give to the district. I think it will trickle down. In the area of monitoring, I've interacted with a lot of district budgets. I see some money for monitoring. Do we make the right use of this money, which is budgeted for monitoring? I know it is little. And we are posted it and say this much for this quarter or this much for this quarter, so that we don't spend all of it in first quarter and the rest of the quarters we don't have budget for fuel reports. Should it really be civil society to come and prompt a government office to go and monitor? I was very frustrated last year. We organized a joint monitoring. I will not mention the district. But the deputy cow was like, how much is my fuel? Sincerely, as civil society, should I really pay you that much for doing your homework? It is very frustrating sometimes to hear that from people whom you think is supplementing and helping to improve their work. We have inspectors of schools. They actually inspect, but they concentrate in primary schools, in private schools rather. that is the same thing that they used to give to the districts. And then let's also ensure that we not get the pupils by inviting people like him. He said he's from Arua Primary School. How many times has the head teacher taken him to go and motivate the students so that the students can know that in the future I can also become like so and so. He's from this school. As a role model, can we employ such simple things just to motivate the students to pay more attention to education? Thank you so much.
When they come home with an emergency announcement, one of our stakeholders has left a motorcycle key on the institute was causing insecurity. So I recovered his before one is the whatever it, I forgot the number of it. If you know you have a motorcycle and you have forgotten the key, please come to this.
Okay, CSO, thank you very, very much for what you raised. You know, as internal people, the government system is in such a way that every other day the money is becoming less. That people monitor, by the way, people monitor department specific. So at the end of the day, like now, if I went to monitor with the honorable councillors, if I went to Arua Health Center, I'll tell them, let's make a stopover in Arua Primary School. I will definitely say, let's stop at the training center and see. But if you have a team that has the DHO and this district health team, do you think there will be interest in the primary school? No. Even him, when he goes to monitor, do you willingly go to the health facilities? No. It is because people are monitoring sector specific. But if we went to monitor with those of Jimmy, we would look at everything as our service and we would move. So this creates a very, very big gap. We receive reports. You know, incidentally, we have people who head departments. Maybe they say him is in charge of planning. They send me, I am in charge of other departments like that, even planning. So when you get a report, and that report goes in a silent ear, we get a problem. We attended a meeting last month, the coordination meeting of water. And it came to our notice that Logiri has not had water for the last 6 months. The health center. You can't believe. And the chairman was saying, I'm not chairman, chief and the health assistant were saying, we brought this report. I said to who? The water officer said, we received this report. Then I said, but what have you done? With those of honorable, partners were there, we wanted to start quarreling. And I was the one chairing the meeting. I told them, let this meeting end because I want to quarrel. So we brought the meeting to an end with partners immediately. We took lunch. Then I said, guys, let's quarrel. We came together and then we said, how does a health center stay 6 months without water? You know, we quarreled. The next day we went to Logiri on a Friday to see that water. They ordered for the spare parts. On a Sunday, we had water which had not been there for 6 months, come within 2 days. The way we report, you know, in my office I am the least person. But sometimes I can have actions. So people bring in issues that we can't even handle. For me, I am a pusher. I push such that something works out. I am not praising myself, but we have so many things to do. Please, after you've gone to a boss, bring it down. down to us and say, Madam, there's an emergency issue here. And I'll be there to press my boss. There's an emergency issue, there's an emergency issue. So that it moves. Like as I'm sitting here right now in Arua, there's a road they opened when they reached the NFL and they left it. Actually, as I am sitting here, people are calling me that, Madam, we needed to finish issues of this road. But I am saying I'm in another meeting. Because NFL told the school to pay 32 million before they can proceed. But we know that if we use our bad tactics of intimidating a little and pushing, NFL will say, you come and open. But we're not saying be bad manager, but sometimes there is a way we should know how to move, because all of us are leaders. If you have a lot of laxity in your leadership, people will take advantage of you. Do you know that? So if you are a leader, you must make a decision. For me, that is what I am taught. Make whether a bad decision, but take a decision. Don't be there decisionless. You say, who's that in you? On your wives at home, you're very tough. But when it comes to management of schools, the teachers are there wanting to be daddy. You write about a teacher who is so stubborn. You write. You write to us through the DEO, and we see what happens. In health facilities, they bring us bad nurses. There is a very bad nurse in Arua Health Center. There is another bad one in Logiri. But when you come out of the car like this, you ask, why is this so and so? And you go to and say, how are you today? Have you changed? You talk to them as friends. If I ask these women, will they say you're doing better now? Because you're a leader, you're not going to shy away from things. So members, all of us who are leaders, if you did that so much, you're going to cause us issues. If you're a leader, you're a leader. I saw another hand of a female. Yes, Honorable Natalia.
Yes, thank you very much, Chair of the session. In the first place, I want us to recognize the demise of our head teacher of Arua Primary School. So can we kindly humble ourselves, stand and pray for May his soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you for that information, because all of us will go in the same way. Madam Cow, I want to thank all of us. All the issues which are coming, we know them. But we may not be aware of what is happening in the other end, but the other person is aware. So this monitoring report at different levels and on individual basis have brought so many issues, but also has left a few issues out. For example, in Arua Primary, the report did not indicate the dilapidating situation of how the veranda has been eaten away by the running water. When we went to the DEO committee, we recommended that the school management committee and the school administration, the teachers should own the school. Sometimes we should not run away from the facts. In many schools, the school is neither owned by the school administration nor the parents. We have just left the school there, that is government property. How do we ensure that all stakeholders are committed? Is there anything was it you whom we got? When
No.
we went to this committee?
No.
Was that attitude? When we went there, we asked, we asked him whether he is aware of these verandas which are falling. He said yes, but now it needs maram. I said now the kind of maram we need is to be brought by tipa lorry or what? Can't the pupils fill that gap during routine cleanness, which is once a week? So Madam Cow, to you the head teachers, we have issues. Let us own the schools and make the schools better places for us to live. Because we stay there for 5 days in a week. Why don't you make it a very good place? Madam Cow, they have also come to our notice. These teachers and the head teachers are misusing our children. How? That was it this year or last year? Our LC5 posted, I think this year our LC5 posted on the social media because he got our girls cooking in the kitchen for the teachers. It is good that the schools have, most of the schools have introduced a lunch for the staff. And they have recruited cooks. At least in each school where there's lunch, these two people are recruited. But in a scenario where these two cooks, both of them have not come, the teachers use school pupils, especially the girls. In America, when we went, we got the 3 girls in the kitchen. And when I was trying to go to the kitchen, some of these girls were running away because they knew they were not in the rightful place. And the senior woman teacher was also following me and said, you go back. I'm not coming to talk to you for now. I'm coming to talk to the girls. Those girls missed one lesson in the morning. The first lesson in the morning was mathematics. Then the second lesson was English, which they missed. I felt like slapping the senior woman teacher. If that was your child, if that was your daughter. So please, the teachers who are here, let us take care of our girls. Let us take care of our children as our own biological children. Here we are crying for good performance and then
Try to run some copies, give copies to the LC, chairman L5's office, and give to the councillors, others in the COW's office, and give to some key technicals, and also you give some copies to the RDC. Let us disseminate that information. And there are so many schools we did not reach there. Maybe they are performing worse. So, it's all about, as you said, about conscious discipline. With these few words, I need to welcome the chairman to give his closing remarks and adjourn the session. Thank you so much.
This has done it the other way around, but no problem.
No, it's according to the dynamic.
Thank you, members. I thank all of us for being very concerned and sitting patiently and being very active in discussing this matter at hand. Our sitting here is how best we can improve the situation and probably do better. I believe we are moved. We have personally checked ourselves in our various responsibility areas. Action Aid, thank you very much for sponsoring this dialogue meeting. But it has come at the last minute because we are closing the year. If we start this maybe in the first term, I think we will have checked ourselves and improved better. So I request, he's here. I request maybe next year, you can also change the program to have this kind of interface meetings. Tamuli will help us better. And members, what we are discussing are not issues that are new. We have moved with these issues, we have stayed with them, we have slept with them. They are the same problems across in Arua district. We also at times know the root causes of these problems. But we at times deliberately refuse to solve this kind of problem. We have the mandate to do better, but the disease called laxity is killing us. Head teachers, you are the managers of these primary schools. Do your roles. It is you. At that managerial level, it is you. What other stakeholders do is to give you support. But the key role, key management role, it is in your hands. If the schools fail, it is the school head teachers. It's you who provides information to the school management committee, LC3, DLCs, and mention them. If you sit quiet over these problems, nobody can really know that these are the issues you are facing. Now, this issue is very, very important. The issue we are sitting here today for. It is a very sensitive matter which needs care to handle, which needs patience to handle, which needs passion to handle. Because to joke with education, it's not something simple. The rock in education system in Arua district, let me be just specific, in Arua district, it will have impact in the subsequent years to come. The challenges we are facing now were of Adam and Eve. It is affecting us. We have deliberately failed to do what we can for our children. The impact will be tomorrow. I appeal to all of us. Let us see this area of education very, very critical. Let us be very, very serious with it. Let not apportion blames. And these issues that are spotted, let them be the turning point for us to transform, not to have blame games, this and that, this and that. This is only my wish to you. This is my request to all of us. So, come, RDC, the education sector or department needs system strengthening. We need to strengthen our education department in Arua district. By structure, we are supposed to have 7 staff in the department. But as of now, we have only 4. If you go to local government like Koboko, I don't know how they did that. Koboko, you have principal education officer. How did Koboko push for that? Principal education officer, which structure is not here in Arua district local government. So, this challenge our sub-county chief was what I was mentioning. We do not prepare our staff for leadership because we are selfish. we look those ones upcoming as threats. This is what is killing us in Arua district. If we do not deliberately take this move to prepare for the leadership in the future, we are bound to suffer. And we have already suffered, start suffering. So, the persons at the management levels, here, for me, and that we have our roles. The LC3, you have your roles, sub-county chief, you have your roles, the head teachers and the others. Please, let's do our roles. Be close. And at least meet to share issues. So, still we have challenges. And now, if you go to Baro, it so happens that I'm from that village. This time, it is cut off. Engineer, if you don't assess, there is a culvert that connects just at the border between a G and a river. That leads to my home, to my village. That place is already cut off, and we have a primary school there. We are working with the community. This time, if you go to that road, Bondo, Baro, J Road, we are with the community harassing the road of the district. This is what is happening now. If you go now, you will find people are harassing, organizing Salongo. The road is bad. And now they look at me because I'm district vice chairman from that end. I'm not helping them. So now to show I'm with them, I join them to dig. So things are bad. So we need to take priorities. We know our challenges are enormous, but the resource envelope is small. But these key issues, let's fix them so that we move on. So thank you very much, members. We all know these are serious issues. If we could sit here, we can talk up to tomorrow. But what is remaining is we need action. We need action to implement these challenges we have mentioned. Those ones which are not within us, we can forego them. But those ones within us, let's do something. For God and my country, reach well home, greetings to family members. For God and my country.
This meeting is adjourned.
Okay,